10 News begins with breaking news.
The fire at a large wooden home in El Cajon is now out. This is video taken about an hour ago from Sky 10 when dark smoke was pouring from the house at 3rd Street and Broadway.
Our 10 News breaking news tracker is now on scene, and you can see the fire is knocked down. There were 6 adults and some dogs inside the home. Everyone did get out safely. No word right now on a cause, but we're told the fire started in a converted room in the garage.
New at 7 o'clock, a sinkhole over the weekend was just the tip of the iceberg. Del Sol Boulevard in Otay Mesa is still a nightmare to drive, and the people who live there have had enough.
10 News reporter Gracia Aguilar talked to neighbors who want to know when the pipes and plates littering the road will be gone.
Rudy Leash is a Del Sol Boulevard resident of almost 50 years.
Since 1968, new house.
Since then, seeing a lot happening on this street. From a growing neighborhood.
It was pretty empty. There wasn't all as many houses.
To problems on the pavement.
A furniture truck was going by and it broke out, and he didn't get all the way in there, but he did sink in a little bit.
He's talking about a recent sinkhole, opening about 10 feet wide, causing a water main break.
Well, that's about the 3rd time that sunk in that area.
Crews since fixing the issue, but according to Leash, doing a job not well done.
That was put in yesterday. They didn't come back and tamp it in. Tamp it in is when they compress it down.
He's also wondering when the city is going to finish work on a project.
They've been working here a long time and they still got a long way to go.
They somewhat already started.
It's going to go from the sidewalk here all the way down that block.
He says the city should be replacing an 18-inch storm water line going through Del Sol down Arusa. All they've done is leave behind pipes, metal sheets, patchy asphalt, and signs.
This thing is dragging on, and I can see where they won't finish this line till the end of the year.
In the meantime, neighbors waiting to see when they'll get their street back.
I'll be glad when it's done.
Reporting in Otay Mesa, Gracia Aguilar, 10 News.
We reached out to the city about the work they're doing here. We're still waiting for them to get back to us. Now we have a breaking news update out of Chula Vista. The manhunt for a driver who crashed into a family's car has been called off. Police tried to pull the man over for using the carpool lane today, but he took off, T-boning another car. His car then rolled off and he ran off. Police searched for him, but now they say they know where he is. We'll let you know when he's been arrested.
Someone is trying to scam local business owners by using counterfeit cash. A man tried to pay with this fake $100 bill in Ocean Beach. 10 News reporter Rachel Bianco is live in OB with how the owner knew that something wasn't quite right. Rachel?
Kimberly, the owner is always on the lookout for counterfeit cash. She has this special magnifying glass and then one of these security pens. When a bill is fake, when you draw a line, it'll turn black or gray. Now this bill is fake, but when you use the pen, it stays yellow. And that is what he says is so unusual.
Do you have anything Batman? I was like, well, yes, we do have action figures, t-shirts, minifigures, Legos, posters.
The customer quickly picks one of the more expensive Batman figures.
So here he chose a Koto Bukaya Batman. I guess counterfeiters have a preference for the Dark Knight.
We aren't showing you the man's face because he hasn't been charged with a crime, but surveillance video shows him trying to use a $100 bill to pay for the $65 item. The owner closely inspects all large bills.
What made that bill unique is that it passed both visual tests and also the yellow pen test. You run it across the bill and it should stay yellow, which this one does.
Something about the bill still didn't feel right.
It had kind of a icy clear coating like Elsa from Frozen threw up on it. And second, the weight and texture seemed very synthetic and artificial.
An artificial texture others might not notice.
Well, with comic books, we're used to handling and looking at different types of paper.
When Drays told the customer he was calling police, he ran out of the store. Drays worries next time the guy will be successful.
Brick and mortar stores have to fight 3 times as much just to stay in business. And any type of loss, whether it's a fake 50 or a fake 100, that really impacts our day-to-day operations, our ability to pay our staff, pay our rent, get new merchandise.
I'm Ann State. New details emerging about a man accused of hitting a local father and leaving him to die in the street. Today, prosecutors revealed James Robbins was turned in by his own girlfriend. A judge ordered us to conceal Robbins' face. He's accused of hitting Jose Padron in January. Padron was getting an umbrella out of his car for his wife and son when he was hit outside his Paradise Hills home. 10 News spoke to Padron's brother about the devastating loss.
I hugged him. I got on my knees, hugged him, and the neighbor told me, you know what, he's already gone, he already passed away, So I just told him, that I'll take care of his kid, I'll do whatever I can.
Robbins pleaded not guilty to felony hit-and-run charges. Ann State, 10 News.
You can follow this trial as it unfolds by downloading our 10 News mobile app. It's free in your app store.
An O'Reilly Auto Parts in Mira Mesa is back open tonight after a car slammed into it. A Chevy Tahoe plowed into the front of the store on Camino Ruiz just before noon. It was near the checkout stand, but no one was hurt. The SUV had to be towed out. The store was closed for about 5 hours. It is now back open. No word why the driver lost control. And this is across the street from Mira Mesa High School. A woman facing DUI charges for driving the wrong way on the Coronado Bridge. She crashed into 2 cars overnight. Brianna Rowell was driving eastbound in the westbound lanes when she slammed into a truck. Both Rowell and the woman in the truck were taken away on backboards, but they should be okay. The driver of the 3rd car hit was taken to the hospital with minor injuries.
Video obtained by 10 News shows the moments after vandals targeted a Jewish center at SDSU. As 10 News reporter Michael Chen found out, distraught Jewish leaders now have an offer for the vandals.
At SDSU,
it's a symbol of Jewish survival.
A symbol of faith.
The menorah is a symbol of light.
Targeted in the dark.
It was really painful.
Rabbi Shalom Bujna saw the aftermath, but several residents at the Chabad house.
I'm videotaping you guys.
Saw a lot more. Around 2 Friday morning, a group of young men spotted running into a white Toyota Tacoma before they took off.
So on this side is where they were hanging.
Rabbi Bujna says moments before, someone saw the same men doing pull-ups on the bottom branch of this giant menorah.
At one point, the branch just couldn't take the weight.
Before it cracked, Rabbi Bujna says a resident overheard this.
The Jews are coming, let's go, let's go. And I know a lot of people in the community were very, very upset.
A community learning this was the final incident in a string of them.
In all, within a 2-hour time frame, witnesses say this menorah used as gym equipment 3 separate times.
Rabbi Bujna says though one vandal claimed the group was on a scavenger hunt.
That's not funny, that's wrong.
He believes the motive may include hate.
They knew who they were targeting.
In fact, he says for 3 straight years, men doing pull-ups have damaged the menorah. The vandalism in the wake of vandalism at Jewish cemeteries and bomb threats at Jewish centers local and nationwide.
Community is not at peace, it's on edge.
As for the menorah temporary screws now holding up the branch, Rabbi Bujna with a message for the vandals. Come forward, apologize, pay for the damage, perform community service, and he won't pursue charges. In short,
be a mensch, basically.
Be a good person. Michael Chen, 10 News.
Police say they are not investigating this as a hate crime.
It is not yet clear if San Diego will be impacted by the Trump administration's plan to punish so-called sanctuary cities. Today, Attorney General Jeff Sessions said sanctuary cities will be denied Justice Department grants. Those $4 billion worth of grants pay for community policing and other programs. There are officially no sanctuary cities in San Diego County, but we do appear on many lists.
Well, 3 men are accused of forcing a teenager into prostitution in San Diego. Police say the 17-year-old girl was held against her will here for 3 days before the men took her to Ventura. They say she escaped from their hotel room early Saturday morning. Officers arrested the men outside the hotel. All 3 of them are from Fresno and face human trafficking charges. Happening now, police are still searching tonight for a man caught in a lewd act in Hillcrest. The man was seen touching himself inappropriately outside an apartment on 4th and Upis early this morning. He ran off when he realized someone saw him. Police think he lives in the area and is not a transient. The resident who spotted him says the same thing happened a few weeks ago.
The agency that runs Lindbergh Field has a new boss. Kimberly Becker will be the new president and CEO of the Airport Authority. She's replacing Thela Bowens, who's retiring. Becker has been the director of San Jose's airport, which grew during her tenure, and she starts here in May.